Here's how you draw a cumulative frequency curve. So we need some data. This is heights of students. For a cumulative frequency curve, then you need to add in an extra column called cumulative frequency, and this is just adding up the frequencies as we go along. So let's just give that a title. The first group has got 12 things in it, so that just stays the same for the first one, but then we keep adding on. So there's 12 already, add on that extra 29, that's going to make 41. Now I add in this extra 33, that's going to take us up to 74. Add in an extra 16, so we're on to 90 now. And then this last group, adding in an extra 12, takes us up to 102 students. So I'm going to set up my cumulative frequency curve next, and I'll just pause the video for a moment. So I've already got the scale on the x-axis set up to represent the heights, and I've gone from 150 up to 200 because that covers the range that's here. Just gone slightly past the end one just to make my numbering easier. For cumulative frequency up the side, I'm going to have to go up to 102, so I'm going to use a scale going up in tens, making sure I've got 0 at the first line, and then 10, and again I'll just pause this whilst I get that sorted. So I've got that labelled up now, going up in tens and going up to 110 because that takes me just past the value that I need. For a cumulative frequency curve, they're just a bit like coordinates. The only thing to remember is that we're going to use these upper bounds as our values to plot against. We're not looking at midpoints, and we're not looking at the lower bound or class width or anything like that. We're just going to go for the upper bound, and then I'm going to plot 165 and 12. So 165 is here, and 12 would be about there. Again, in a exam paper you would have proper scale with graph paper or something where you can definitely put the crosses in the right places. Next one is 175 and 41. So 175, 41. 180 and 74. 16, so sorry, 185 and 90. And then the last one is at 195 and 102. Like that. So that's the points plotted in place. You have to now join these up with a smooth curve, which is going to take a bit of practice. It has to be a curve and not lines unless it asks you for a cumulative frequency polygon, in which case you draw straight lines. But for a cumulative frequency curve, you just need to try and do a curve. I'll give it a go. Okay, that's pretty good. It's a bit wibbly there, but that will do for this one. Just a couple of things about cumulative frequency curves is that they always look vaguely S-shaped like that. They can never come back down like this because you're always adding on frequency. So it might be that it goes up and then flattens out for a bit, but then it will keep going up again. It can't come down like those two. Also, they won't be sort of coming back on themselves, anything like that. Definitely always sort of roughly S-shaped, something like that. Okay, that's it for drawing a cumulative frequency curve.